Good morning to from the Swatantra Party and GITA TV to the Prime Minister of this country. Mr. Prime Minister, my humble appeal, I made an appeal I think on the 20th of April to you, and today is the 1st of May. I am so surprised that what is your intelligence doing? Your intelligence is a total failure. Your administration is a total failure. Your cabinet members are a total failure. Your party people are full of arrogance. We were all thinking that the Congress party during the UPA, those spokespersons were behaving so arrogantly and they had a downfall. The same is there with your party members too and your spokespersons, and I think you people are even more arrogant than the Congress party members. Mr. Prime Minister, if you have failed, you should look at our late Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, who, when the train met with an accident in Rameshwaram, he resigned as the railway minister. Those were the people we had, stalwarts who cared for the people and its country. But today we have leaders like you who are more bothered about your propaganda, and you are a good strategist. I should salute you for that. The way your IT wing and your IT cell, the way you sell all your schemes and what you're doing, half of it is not being done. Don't fool yourself and don't fool the people also for long, because people are not going to be cowed down with all your threats. Yes, people who are corrupt, people who have done something wrong, you might attack them, and you might even attack me for whatever I'm appealing to you. But I'm not going to cow down, because I'm repeatedly telling that whatever I talk, I get the sanction from my gods before I talk. And whatever I talk, many a time I don't even know. I sometimes feel the God in me talks to you. Okay, I am no God. I'm only a little drop in the ocean. But my God is asking me to talk, to appeal to you, to your senses, that to accept that you have failed and keep a proper team. I would like to remind you, about 2 years back, that was in 2018, I think it's almost 3 years now, you had advertised that you want people from the public to come and join the ministry as joint secretaries, and you put a application, and I applied for it. Under that category, today you have given one lady called Mallika Srinivasan of the Simpson Group to be working for you in, I don't know, whichever department that you have selected her for. But you want only people who are very rich and who have never done anything on their own. They have only inherited their father's or someone else's work, and today they are sitting in that push post. I am not asking for any favor, but I want you to give me one chance, just for 6 months or 1 year in one particular department, and I am ready to work for you, for the country, free of cost. I don't want any flight tickets, I don't want any cars, I don't want any buildings, free, nothing. I'll pay for all that. I'm working for this government. I don't want the government to pay me a penny. But I want to serve this nation, to show you that there are so many people who are capable of working for the nation free of cost, but who can have no access to you. Mallika Srinivasan is the wife of Venu Srinivasan, who is, I know a gentleman called Mr. Rangarajan Narasimhan who has filed a case on Mr. Venu Srinivasan for theft of idols from the temples. And these are the people who have an access to you politicians. People like me who talk up, who say something onto your face, will never have any access to leaders of any party. I have seen all you political leaders, I don't even want to call you all political leaders, because you are not fit to be a leader. You're all politicians, okay? You're not statesmen too. You politicians want, anybody who comes and plays second fiddle to you. I cannot do that. If you are wrong, I will say onto your face, you are wrong. Mr. Prime Minister, you have failed the country. There was no need for these elections, and you as the Prime Minister could have advised the EC to stop these elections, but you started jumping right away from September or October for the Bihar elections, and this Tamil Nadu, the Chief Minister and the various state ministers were never in their offices but were jumping from pillar to post, campaigning and distributing the ill-gotten money for their election work. Touch your conscience. Whatever I am saying, your conscience knows that I am talking the truth. And don't try to be too smart to think that you can do whatever you want. There is a force above us which will stop us beyond a point. Everything has a time. Your time was good and you became the Prime Minister of this country, but you have failed the people of this country very, very badly. You don't have a heart. I can see such a heartless man you are. People are dying, people are suffering. Today we are begging nations. So much you talk against Muslims, so much you talk against Hindus, not Hindus, against Christians, and then you make us Hindus and then have a fight for your own political power. And today the Muslim countries, for example Saudi, I think even Dubai and those other countries, have sent us oxygen. So do we say that we won't use the oxygen? Stop this nonsense. We are all brothers and sisters all over the world. These boundaries, we don't need these boundaries to stop us. I have brothers and sisters in both Christians and Muslims. I have very good relationship, cordial relationship with many of them. If we have a differences of opinion, we can fight it out, but not hate each other and kill each other. This is what your Hindutva is all about. Hindus are basically soft people, and tolerate a lot. And don't mix your Hindutva to our Hinduism and make us all fight and divide us. We've had enough. You didn't have the time to sit there and look after the administration in the pandemic times, and then you went jumping. All that you all wanted to do was defeat Mamta in West Bengal. But today I will tell you that Kerala, though I don't like the communists, they will sweep the polls. DMK, I am no supporter of DMK, but DMK will sweep the polls in Tamil Nadu, and in West Bengal Mamta will definitely come back to power. The only two states where I am doubtful is if left to themselves, and if you have not manipulated the EVMs, you will not even win those two states. But because you were sitting there, you had your governor there to manipulate. I am ashamed that these people are stooping to such levels. And in Assam, if you win, it is not a real win. But the other three states, definitely the opposition parties are going to win. And especially in Tamil Nadu, your candidates, I am praying to God that you people should lose, because you are so arrogant that, my God, I don't know where it's all going to lead to. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. I hope that at least now that you will still open your eyes. I am hoping that you will open your eyes and spend time for administration, and don't keep all the while boasting. Oh, I did this, I did that, I did this. You did this too. You did everything. Now this messing up is also you did, not the people. People were sitting quietly. They were all well behaved till last June 2020, when the Tasmac shops in Tamil Nadu, the bars opened up. That's when you spoilt all the people. It was the state government, and you from the center didn't stop that. Okay, and then you people called for the elections, and all political parties except me as the president of the Swatantra Party, I did write a letter to the Election Commission to not to conduct these elections, but you went ahead. So please look into your conscience and talk and buck up. The country needs. There are lots of people who are dying. There are a lot of people from the middle class who are suffering. They have nowhere to go. Please stop your bickerings, stop your political opposition parties also, stop. We will do something constructive. Thank you from the Swatantra Party and GITA TV. Mr. Prime Minister, I hope that I am appealing to you as a younger sister to my Bade Bhai. Thank you.